What first inspired your passion for supporting women in sports and entertainment?
I think it goes back to hearing my mom's story. When she went to college, and this was in the 1960s, she wanted to be in television. And a professor of hers, male, told her eventually that women should not be doing this. And it affected the way that she led her life and what she did until probably 20, 30 years plus later, where she's finally like, you know what? Things are going to change now. And she got into television, worked her way up and kicked some butt, and actually eventually won an Emmy for that one. So I think that was kind of that aha moment that I saw that my mom and the things that she went through and how it affected her life. And that's wrong. And how she changed it in such a positive way.
As a father, how has raising daughters influenced the way you view the sports industry?
I remember when Sadie, my oldest, was 4 or 5 years old and wanted to sign up to play soccer and couldn't find an all-girls soccer league. And I started thinking about this, like, there's boys leagues, but not girls leagues. So we signed her up for a boys league. And for the next 3 years, she played with all boys. That first year, she was the only girl in the entire league. The ironic part is 3 years later, she was the best kid in the league. But that really got me looking at sports differently, asking the questions, why? Why is this happening? And it really affected me and changed me in where I said, and you saw the passion come out, like, hey, we're gonna make some changes in the way that people view everything.
What do your daughters inspire in you, both personally and in the work you're doing in the sports world?
With both Sadie and Molly, my wife and I wanted to make sure that there were no ceilings for them, that they could do whatever they wanted. You know, I've seen throughout the years, certain women in sports took so much longer to get to the positions that they received, where if their name was Bill Smith, would have been there 25 years earlier. And I always look at Kim Ng, who's one of my heroes in sports, became the general manager of the Miami Marlins when she should have been the general manager 15 years prior. She knows more about baseball than everybody does combined. That's wrong. So I want my girls to not only have someone like that to look up to, but not to have a ceiling. Do whatever they want.
What message would you share with young girls who want to build careers in sports?
First of all, sky's the limit. Have dreams, go get it. This is something that I did when I was 22 years old. And I came up with something when I used to have to talk to kids in every school in Rockford, Illinois. And it was kind of a dream speech. And dreams, not as in dreams, you know, like when you go to bed and you're dreaming, but dreams as in D for discipline, R for respect, E for enthusiasm, A for attitude, M for motivation, and S for sacrifice. If you do those things, you're going to be successful in whatever you do in life. And while you're doing that, have mentors, seek them out, positive role models, and make sure, like I said, the sky is the limit, and have those dreams and go get them.